here on Lagos Talks 91.3, your home of conversations. And right now, speaking about conversations, it is time for Parenting Today. Now, Parenting Today is that amazing show where we get to find out how we can be better parents. And I feel like you don't have to be a biological parent to play the role of parent in the life of a child or your ward. More so, you can plan ahead if you're not yet a parent. What better way to plan and start that journey before the arrival of these beautiful gifts that we call children? Remember, you're raising individuals and adults who would contribute to society, so your work would have to speak for itself. Now, when it comes to parenting, I'm not an expert, but I know someone who's the closest person that, of course, has achieved expertise as regards this. I'm speaking about the CEO of LagosMums, aka the CEO of LagosMums, Yetty Williams, who happens to be my co-host here. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Paula. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. How are you?
I'm great, thank you.
All right. It's great to have you here as always. And you're yet to adopt me, but my papers are still coming. Just wait. All right. Now, my name is Paula Chine. Let's kick off with the conversation. Now, today's topic is artificial intelligence for parents, what we need to know. I like this because sometimes, there's some fear for parents who haven't, been able to hop on the digital era bandwagon. So there's that fear. Sometimes even when we see things concerning artificial intelligence, it feels very scary because here we have robotics that seem to know everything way better than the human mind can comprehend. And for us, we're scared to be exposed to that, more so our children. So please, as a parent, every one of us would love to know, what do we really need to know when we hear artificial intelligence?
Yes. The whole world, right, as we all know, is up and down in this whole AI, what it means. And, there's a lot of fear, there's a lot of uncertainty. And one thing that's very clear is being an effective parent in today's day and age, you can't afford to be coming from a place of fear. You can't afford to be coming from a place of you don't know, because your children need you. Children have always needed their parents to prepare them for the future. And if parents then are feeling very ill-equipped and unprepared for it, what I find is that leads parents to go to two extremes. One extreme is that extreme of them being an authoritarian parent that's just becomes like a dictator because of fear. Because I believe deep down, somebody who's a dictator doesn't listen to anybody. There's a bit of maybe self-esteem, self-confidence, and fear going on, and they're overcompensating. So when a parent brings that into the parenting style, that means those are the parents that tend to just say no to everything because they are fearful and they don't understand, and they want to guide their children. So they feel the best way to do it is to just say, my child is not going to get a phone until they are in university. Those kind of extreme comments that we know is not effective. You can't do that. Your child is going to be exposed to it somehow. So it's not about saying no to everything, but it's about preparing the children to use it properly. And then the other extreme of the parents who are fearful and feel they don't understand all this tech stuff is then you have parents who become negligent or neglectful, who then don't talk about it at all. Right? They don't deal with it, they don't refer to it, and they act as if it's not there. We all know the children are on it and are exposed to it, but then they don't talk about it. And I think those two extremes are very dangerous and are not effective. So what we need is somewhere in between, where parents are aware of what AI is. Whether or not you want to use it is another matter. But you have to know what it is, and then you have to be educated enough to know how it's affecting the world that we live in today, what that means for the future. If you have that information and that knowledge, and you're taking it bit by bit and just understanding it and getting comfortable every day, a little bit every day, then it's easier for you to navigate that space. It's easier for you to even have the language, so that when you start speaking to your children, they know that mom and dad have even done some research and know what is going on, right?
All right.
Yes. So I feel that let's even start from there. So what is AI? AI has been around for a while, right? AI is in Siri.
Okay.
So that's why, for example, when you say, hey, Alexa, or Siri, open up, that is the AI. AI has been around for a while already.
Okay.
AI is already even in things like Netflix, right? Which is why when you watch a show on Netflix and it finishes, what tends to happen? It will recommend
another one, something similar.
Exactly.
Okay.
Based on the fact that this person watched this. So that means that I can assume that they would like this kind of content as well.
All right.
So,
okay, I'm sorry. Yes, sorry. I just want to chip in a question. I hope you do not mind. I want to ask, if you're, to be honest, right, do you think artificial intelligence can actually enhance parenting? Can it make it easier? Can it make it more effective? Or do you see it as something that might be a form of distraction? Do you see it as something that the average parent might rely too much on it? It might, bring about the onset of lazy parenting. What would you say as regards that? Does it enhance or does it deter parenting, good parenting, quality parenting?
I don't think you can really say, does it make parenting better or worse? What is AI? AI is technology.
Okay.
Right? AI is just a form of technology. It's just a form of innovation. It's a form of it's a digital technology that has gotten to a point that's very smart, and it's using a lot of data, right, to give us information that sounds very natural sounding. That's why this particular wave of AI is very different. It's that it is generative AI. It's natural language sounding. So it's using a lot of data and giving you information as if it's a human being giving you that answer. That's why this one feels so different, and it's so smart because it's based on a lot of data. So when we go to that question you asked, that can it make parenting better? It depends on how you're using it. Using it to do what? A machine can never replace the place of a parent and parent-child relationship, right? Nothing can ever replace that. What we actually need to be doing to be more efficient parents in this day and age is to realize that technology has evolved, is here to stay, it continues to evolve. So as a parent, I would rather think of it in this perspective. How am I preparing my child to know the good and the bad of AI? Before it was really just screen time, we used to talk about a lot, right? Screen time, when is it too much? When should you get off? What's the right age? Blah, blah, blah. Now we've moved into a dispensation where it's now how you use it, because AI is everywhere. It's now second nature, is everywhere, right? It's no more, you can't turn it on or off. What it now means is your conversation is to no longer just be about screen time. But when your child is now online, because AI has landed in the world in the way that it is today, because it is everywhere. In fact, I think we talked about it maybe a few weeks ago. I think we dropped it quickly in one topic in one of our radio shows, that AI is now embedded in Snapchat.
Really?
I don't know, maybe we didn't, but AI, for example, has now come into Snapchat. It's now the top feature in Snapchat. So if a child is on Snapchat and they open that social media app, AI is now there, where it calls it my AI, which means you can have conversations with that AI in Snapchat. So it's not a human, it's not a person. It's actually AI. You can have a full conversation with it, and it'll be talking to you like it's a human being, right? So imagine you are not helping a child understand how to be a critical thinker, how to know that because AI has said something does not mean it is 100% accurate. How am I thinking about what I'm receiving? How am I responding to this content I'm seeing online that's being generated by AI? And I think that's what we need to really realize, is that AI can take the place of humans now in terms of the communication that we are getting. So if you're 6, 7, 8 years old, 9-year-old, 10-year-old, get used to talking to a robot.
Wow, really?
Yes. If they get used to talking to a robot, doesn't learn that, look, this is a robot too, because it's responding to me like it's a human, doesn't mean they are human. That is what I want parents to understand, is it's everywhere, and it's only going to get more invasive, if you will. So what is your plan to prepare your child, not if, but when they come across this type of very intelligent technology, how are they going to respond?
Oh, wow, that is amazing. All right, very quickly, I had one question I was gonna say. What now? You mentioned, you don't see AI replacing a parent, but in a case whereby parents would rather, like, give children devices and say, oh, if you need answers to your homework, ask probably like Chat GPT. If you want to do anything, you need a reminder. So they might just set everything up in a way that, rather than, as opposed to saying, oh, you know what, you should eat something at this time, you should go to bed, they might strictly rely on AI to help, put in place all of these reminders. You don't ever see that happening or taking over, some form of parenting in the nearest future, do you?
I'm struggling with answering that question, because when we say we can use AI to answer your math question, once again, that doesn't take the place of a parent, right? I don't have to be a great mathematician.
Okay.
I don't have to be able to help you with your homework, but I can help you with the resources and tools you need to get your homework done. If you use AI, my role as a parent is to say, yes, AI can help you with answering this question. AI can help you with your history homework. It can help you with your English homework. Okay. However, the conversation we should be having is, because AI gave you the answer does not mean you should copy and paste. Right?
Okay.
It's the same way before AI, when we're not using Google to do research. We went. Nobody will say, can Google replace parenting? It can't replace parenting. Google is just a tool for you to use to do research. You wouldn't tell any child that, even though there's Google, don't use Google. I would prefer that you go to the library and take physical books and be going through chapters and chapters until you find the answer, when you can be much more efficient by using Google. So for me, it's about the use. You know what I mean? AI is fantastic. ChatGPT can give you answers in a flash. However, the conversations we should be having is, how are you fact checking the information you've gotten?
True.
How are you verifying that the information you are giving is accurate? How are you making sure that you are not plagiarizing, where you are taking the answer ChatGPT has given you and you are copying it and you are just giving it like your homework? That is an equivalent of cheating. So those are the things I think we can use AI for in a good way and help children understand that there is a good use for it, but you can't then use it in a lazy way. So for me, it can't replace parenting, but it's a tool that parents can use to have better conversations with their children.
All right.
I've used it, for example, to get a meal plan.
Oh, really? Oh, that's amazing. All right, Miss Yetty, thank you so much for this information. I know we have 30 seconds before we have to go on a quick break. When we come back, we can open up the phone lines and, get other parents to join in on the conversation. But thank you once again. All right, so to our listeners, this is still Parenting Today. Do not go anywhere. We're going to be back in a bit. Keep it locked to Lagos Talks 91.3. And more so, make sure you join the conversation. Find out how you can be an amazing parent right here on Parenting Today.
Every need, every want, whether urgent or long term, call 0700 5500. For loans to drive your plans into reality, call 0700 5500. We raise money, advance your business, pay school fees or buy that car. 0700 5500.
Whether it's a business or a personal need, there's a loan for that at Rain Money. Call 0700 5500 or visit rainmoney.com. Everything money, Rain Money.
The biggest conversations are on Lagos Talks. 18 million people finally have a voice. This is Lagos Talks 91.3.
This is Parenting Today on Lagos Talks 91.3.
All right, welcome back. Good afternoon. 46 minutes down to 12. It is still your home of conversations. It is Lagos Talks 91.3. Welcome back. Still on Parenting Today. My name is Paula Chine. I'm here with my co-host, Miss Yetty Williams, the CEO of LagosMums, someone who has extensive knowledge and expertise as regards parenting. Welcome back, Miss Yetty.
Hello, Paula.
Hi, good afternoon. So yes, today's topic, which is artificial intelligence for parents, what we need to know. For parents who are listening, you want to join the conversation. Before we continue, if you want to join, you can do that by sending us a tweet. Yes, we're on Twitter. Our handle is at Lagos Talks 913. Kindly use the hashtag parenting today. Also, you can also get across to us via our WhatsApp platform. For WhatsApp, the number is 0809 234 5913, and other numbers you can call on 0809 222 0913. Now, if you're a lady, a mom to be, or just your mother at heart, at least, you can join the conversation by calling on this line 0809 191 3913, and other numbers as well 0809 234 5913. So keep your calls and questions coming. Miss Yetty, the closest expert that I know to perfect parenting, or rather the perfect expert on parenting, is here to answer your calls. Now, Miss Yetty, for parents who are wondering, right, how to navigate through AI, I know you made mention of the fact that it's everywhere, and that's how, the internet, we wonder why certain things turn up, and then we find out that our algorithm and all of these things are tailored according to our search and all of that. For parents who are thinking about this, what would you tell a parent who has no idea how to navigate through AI, artificial intelligence?
Yeah, so first of all, parents need to know. I've been saying this for, I think, almost a decade now, and now we're seeing more and more information come out that suggests that, a lot of children are being negatively affected by, the online world and digital technologies. It's starting to come out in a lot of research that's being shown that it's affecting them, right? So Parents can no longer say they don't understand, they don't get it, they have to. But what I say is, you can't guide somebody if you don't understand something. There's no way. If you don't understand something, that is the basics of it, how can you guide? How can you lead them? So what I'll say is that parents need to just, first of all, demystify it. You use technology every day somehow. You don't have to understand how a smartphone works, right, for you to use it. But you know the basics of a smartphone. You will tell your child who starts using a phone, when you are crossing the road, don't use your phone and be pressing your phone while you're crossing the road, right? It is dangerous.
True.
So we don't have to wait until we say, you don't have to know how the phone is made, what the mechanics of it are. But there's a common sense that comes from just safety. So I think it's the same thing with technology. There's a lot of good. There's a lot of benefits. And we can have a whole session that talks about just the amazing benefits of technology, digital platforms, AI. However, what we're saying is we need more parents to just even start having those conversations. Now, children need to be raised to be critical thinkers. Okay. And what they need to be critical thinkers in today's day and age is very different from before. Before, things came to you slow. Maybe you were reading a book, you were doing research in an encyclopedia. Things were slower. Now, at the touch of a fingertip or a button, children are getting information 24/7. So there's actually now information overload. So we're in an age of knowledge and information overload. There's research that shows that the content that's already out there, one human being cannot consume all the content that's available in the world now on any topic. It's not possible. It's not humanly possible because of all the data that's out there. But what does that mean for you as a parent raising a child in a world where anything they want to know between human beings and between AI, there's an answer for them? How do you raise children who are critical thinkers so that when they see content online, they're able to think a couple of things? Who put this out there? Where is it from? And what is the agenda of the person that has given me this information?
Oh, wow. That is amazing. Wow. Thank you so much for this. So, okay, I have a message here. Helen from Okota says, Good morning. Okay, good afternoon. She says, when it comes to artificial intelligence, I would love to believe it does more harm than good. You can correct me if I'm wrong. Okay. I would really love to know what you mean by more harm, like perhaps examples of, what harm it does, or rather what threat it poses to offer to, whoever's making use of it. But I feel like this is something that a lot of parents are, they struggle with. Some of them do not know how to navigate through this. So anything that seems too, advanced is like, I don't want to deal with that. I don't want to have anything to do with it. How can a parent who has no single idea navigate through this? How can they see the good in it?
So it goes back to research. When that kind of comment for me, that's not a growth mindset comment, right? That's a fixed mindset comment that says it does more harm than good. That's stated as a fact. Okay. Based on what will you say it causes more harm? Good. Food can cause a lot of harm if you eat the wrong stuff, or you eat too much for your body and you don't exercise. Food can be bad for you. I know I'm being a bit funny when I say it that way, but I really need us to think about, okay, when we say that, what does it mean that it causes more harm than good? There's a lot of benefits to AI. It's solving some medical challenges much faster than a human being can do, because they are using data to very quickly put in certain symptoms, and it's able to very quickly say, based on this set of data you've put in, it is likely that this person might have this disease, and these are the things you can do immediately to try and solve it. So that's a very good use of AI.
Okay. Sorry, I have another message, if you don't mind. Oname from Yaba says, can you list 2 functions of AI that would help parenting?
That's a great question. One of the things you can do with AI that helps parenting is, for example, a parent who has a special needs child maybe is concerned about things that they are seeing and they are not sure. Sometimes parents that have found that their child is on the spectrum, it sometimes starts from instincts, right? Okay. Where they are thinking, this child is not doing this by this age. Based on the kind of things that I think I've either seen or heard, this child by the age of 2 years old should be able to do all of these things. One of the ways a parent can use the AI for that is to go into AI and say, act as if you are a special needs expert. Tell me the things I need to look out for that would highlight that possibly a child is on the spectrum at the age of 2.
Okay, that's good.
What it would do is give you real resources, because you have trained it. You have told it how to talk to you. You are telling it to tell you, act as if you're a special needs expert. You are telling it to do research and give you a real download of milestones you need to pay attention to. So that's one example. Another example, this person asked for 2, right? So that's one example.
2 examples. Right? Yeah.
Another example is, I've used it to do meal plan, Nigerian meal plan for a family for 2 weeks that doesn't include rice.
Wow, are you serious?
And it gave me a breakdown of a meal plan.
Really?
It broke its breakfast, lunch, dinner. He even used Nigerian food inside, so I knew he actually acted like a Nigerian chef. So those are 2 examples.
Wow, it's kind of mind-boggling. Like, are you serious? And you said it didn't include rice. Do we have that much food for 2 weeks?
It did. I was amazed. Lunch, breakfast, no rice. And he talked about dodo. He brought in stuff. So the intelligence that it offers is at such a level that we need to stop acting like quote-unquote digital illiterates. To say this thing is bad, I don't even want to. You are leaving a lot of opportunity on the table. When you embrace it and you use it the right way, it is a lot of benefits. And I feel we need to have a session as well that talks about how you can use AI to be more efficient in your business. Because there's a lot of ways to use it. You'll be amazed at what you can do as a team of 3. You will seem as if you're a team of 20, because AI essentially can carry all kinds of mundane activities for you and do it quicker.
Oh, wow. Okay, please, I have a question. So this is a bit off the radar, but is there any way that, AI can serve to be a point for parent and child to bond? Is there any way it can enhance the bond between parent and child?
Yeah, I would say the way you can do that is by leaning in together. So, for example, ask your child, depending on the age, what are some of the ways you think you would use AI? What are some of the things you can do? So we've used it for funny things together. Like, act as if you're XYZ and give me the lyrics for a song that talks about how to be a well-behaved child who loves music. I don't know, I'm just pulling an example.
Okay.
But those are things you can do together, and it will give you lyrics. And you will laugh over it, like, oh my God, look at the lyrics he gave. That's an example of using it together for fun, to bond. Or your child likes cooking, and you can say, use AI. Say, let's go together and use AI and tell it to give us a recipe to make food. You can do that. You can tell it to give you a recipe that includes certain ingredients. So you can say, give me a recipe that uses flour, chicken, fish, and carrots.
Oh, wow.
And it will give you a recipe. Take that recipe, print it out, go to the shop, buy the things, and make it together as a family. You've combined AI with physical activity with a bonding exercise.
Oh, that's lovely. I'm sorry, we have a message here. Bukola says, what's the difference between AI and Google?
Okay, fantastic question. Google is just a search engine. So Google, you go in there and you say, how can I, where can I, what do I, it will give you the answer, and it will refer you to different websites, right, that it has pulled this information from. What AI does is AI scrubs all the data online for you. And if you tell it, can you tell me how to whatever it is, it will give you the answer in the totality in that one document. So a search engine just gives you results where you have to then still go and piece everything together. What AI ChatGPT does for you is it gives you the answer, it scrubs the internet for you, and it gives you as a document that is a result of what you have asked it to do for you. So, I don't know if I'm making sense.
Yeah, like it tailors it to your request.
Tailors it specifically. And what makes AI special and ChatGPT is the quality of what you ask it. So let me give you an example. Remember, I've been giving prompts. It needs you to train it. So I can say, act as if you are a radio show host and give me 5 questions I need to ask an expert who's coming on my show who speaks about parenting in Apapa.
Okay.
You can be as specific as you want, and it will give you those 5 things. Google will not give you that.
All right. So it narrows it down, tailors it to your request and to your liking. But that's good.
It continues to respond to you. So you can say, put it there and say, that's great. Can you expatiate on point number 2 that you gave me? It will say, sure. It will take that point number 2 in that list of 5 and expand it for you.
Oh, wow. That's amazing.